Good day, guys. Everything new under the sun. I wanted to get this video out. This is a video I wanted to do this morning. I just didn't have time to do it. But there's more details on the submarine. And the speculation is that the submarine was actually sent to cut, or at least photograph, understand the location of, for future purposes, for future reference, the location of internet cables, cross-Pacific internet cables, for the purposes of cutting them in time of war or a preemptive sort of a strike. And that's significant. If you cut off the internet, that's akin to an EMP attack, effectively, and that would severely hamper the economy, potentially cause an economic collapse, cause troubles on the world markets, etc. You know, I don't think anybody really knows the repercussions of cutting an internet cable across Atlantic, cross-Pacific internet cable, and that effectively cuts off our communication in large part to the rest of the world, North America to the rest of the world. Now, there are satellite communications, but there's a lot of it done by the fiber optic cable under the sea. And so this is the speculation here. Russian sub that caught fire, possibly sent to cut internet cables, it says. A Russian submarine caught fire during a mission, killing 14 soldiers. But the public didn't find out about the incident until the next day, when Russia finally released a statement about the accident. Though 2 days after the event, the nation still wouldn't exactly state what kind of subfire it was. Truck going by my window. A possible reason for Russia's caginess? Well, multiple sources are apparently claiming that the AS-12, the La Sharik, a nuclear-powered submarine, some speculate was designed to cut the undersea cables that deliver internet to the world. And that would be an incredible event if that were to occur. That would be like a 8.0 earthquake. That would be like an EMP blast, as I'm saying. That would be like a nuclear blast in terms of connectivity, world markets, like I'm saying, and that could be another potential trigger, economic collapse trigger event. It says Russian media outlets have both cited anonymous sources who claim the submarine was a La Sharik, and while the sub has been in operation since 2003, Russia has never come out and declared its official purpose. This is from governmentslaves.news. This is an article from debka.com, a reputable source to be sure, and I like debka.com. The mystery of the ultra-secret Russian La Sharik submarine disaster. This is July 3rd article. At least 14 sailors were killed. I think I even reported on this particular one. Regarding the crew, Defense Minister Shoigu disclosed only that they were speaking to the people, the 14 naval officers who died. They were unique military specialists, so not just pure submariners, I guess. Highly qualified professionals performing important research on the Earth's hydrosphere, it says. Neither cited the vessel's names. It's top secret. Debka Files military intelligence sources have learned the AS-12's work was so secret that officials only mentioned its nickname, La Sharik, which has a double connotation. In the 70s, Russian TV ran an animated series built around a horse made up of small balls known as La Sharik. The stricken submarine was also made of interlinked titanium balls. Very interesting. So it's a top secret sub. Apparently using unconventional construction. And again, the speculation is that it was sent to cut undersea internet cables. And that would be, like I say, a huge escalation. I would suggest that they weren't sent to do it right now, to cut cables right now. But they were getting close enough, apparently, that U.S. submarines, U.S. military, were scared enough that they... there was some sort of firefight undersea, torpedoes used, some sort of escalation of events where a fire then broke out on the Russian submarine. So this is a big escalation, and we're going to watch and see if news comes out further about this. I wanted to bring this to your attention, though this is a big deal. Another thing on the news front that is a big deal is the 6.x earthquake in California. There's people that say that California is going to be basically drop off into the sea as they have the San Andreas fault, a massive fault there. And about 30 aftershocks, I think the last report I saw, significant event there. Not only that, but you have volcanoes. I was watching a video by Greg Hunter and Steve Quayle recently, I think last week, about earthquakes in diverse places, volcanoes, Yellowstone, many volcanoes ready and starting to go off and starting to build pressure. So we are living in the last days. I think these are all going to be converging at a particular point in time when all these things really start bursting and going off at the same time. And we have nations rising against nation. Could it be that Russia kicks off end-time Bible prophecy by sending the United States into the 1800s, the 1700s in terms of electricity? Could an EMP blast, along with the cutting of internet cables, be a combined effort to really put the United States into the dark, literally, physically, metaphorically, etc.? And it's really an easy way. They could cut us off on many different fronts, and also destroy the satellites that we use to communicate. I believe is that Russia or China has satellite destroying technology that in time of war could be used to make a country go dark. And that's exactly, I think, what Russia is researching, quote unquote, and maybe even getting close to more significant events. The fact that there was an altercation here between U.S. military and Russian submarines suggests that the U.S. probably thinks they're getting ready to do something. So it's something to be aware of, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll leave it there. We'll see you guys in the next video.